welcome to Barre with Mary. Today we have a full body bar class. So about 45 minutes, we will work your whole body and we will finish class with a feel-good stretch. For equipment, we are going to use a set of light weights and a resistance loop. For the weights, these are 2-pounders. I would go anywhere from 1 to 3 or 4 at most. If you don't have weights, no worries. Go ahead and grab yourself a couple of water bottles or cans of beans, and those should suffice. In terms of your loop, I'm going with a medium loop today. I would say since it's all lower body work, you could do medium to heavy. I would not go super light. We are not using the resistance loop at all on our arms. So medium to heavy for sure. Set everything off to the side and we will get the party started. We're gonna start in a turned out squat. So stay with me here. Take your feet a little bit wider than your shoulders, and then from there, externally rotate just slightly. So not your full external rotation, more like a 10 and a 2 on a clock. So inner thighs are rotating forward. Now from here, shift the weight back into the heels, hinge the hips back, then bend the knees and come into your squat. Hands can come to the heart. So drive down through your heels. Squeeze your heels in towards each other and press your inner thighs open. So we're really establishing that our knees are stable over our second and third toe. From here, it's a little pulse down with the hips, little down, little down, little down. So feel here that your heels are driving down into the mat and they're squeezing in toward one another. Your hips are reaching back, so the weight is back into the heels. And then your torso is hinging forward, so your shoulders stack over your knees. So you're in the same alignment you'd be in a traditional squat. We just took the legs a little wider and we externally rotated them slightly. So you get a little bit more work for the inner thighs, the outer thighs, and the outer glutes. 4 more pulses. 4, 3, 2. We're gonna rise all the way up to stand, arms release down. Squat back down. From there, right foot steps back, curtsy squats. Right foot steps out, turned out squat, rise all the way up. Squat all the way down. It's the left foot steps back, curtsy squat. And step it out. Let's go faster. It's up and down, right foot curtsy, center, rise up, down, left foot curtsy, and center. Keep going like that. Now, if this is just a little too much coordination this early in class, you can just slow it down or take out the curtsy and just do the full range turned out squat. As you move here, double check that your hips are not rocking from side to side. Hips are staying pointing toward me, and we're just moving where our legs are in space, not twisting through the spine. 2 more times right here. It's up, down, curtsy, center, last one up, down, hold it, center, pulse your hips, little down, little down, little down. Press the palms together. Lift your heart up towards your thumbs. Now really reach out through the crown of the head and reach back and down through the sitting bones, so we're elongating through the spine. 8 more, go. 8, 6, here for 4, 3, 2, inhale, rise all the way up, arms sweep high. Exhale, rotate the legs parallel, wide leg forward folds. Melting over both legs, maybe you walk the feet a little bit wider, and then just take a moment here, swaying the hips, swaying the shoulders, the head, the neck, releasing everything down. Take a big breath in and let it go. Walk your hands over to the right side of your mat and turn your body to come into a low lunge position. So right foot is forward and left leg is back. Plant down through your left arm and through your left palm. Inhale, reach the right arm up to the sky, twisting towards the wall behind you. Maybe take a circle through the right wrist and reverse through your circle. Inhale, open the chest even more. Exhale, right hand down. Step your right foot back and lift the hips high, downward dog. Take a moment and just enjoy the stretch, taking any variation or movement that feels good for you. Really taking this time in your warm-up to set yourself up, right? To get your focus here on your mat, letting go of whatever's happened in your day or what you have next. Big breath in. Let it go. Left foot steps forward between the hands, low lunge. Right hand plants into the mat. Inhale, left arm high, twisting towards the left thigh. Maybe you circle the left wrist around. And reverse your circle. Inhale, open a little more. Exhale, left hand down, back to the downward dog. Lift the hips high. Big breath in here. And a big breath out. Roll through the spine, coming to a high plank position. Tap down onto your forearms. You're in your forearm plank. Now just take a moment here and set yourself up. Push down into the forearms. Actively pull the elbows and the toes towards each other. And please know that if you need more support, tapping your knees down to the mat is a fantastic option. Now I want you to bring your thumbs together to touch. Take an inhale. As you exhale, walk your feet out wide to the outer edges of your mat. Now we're not going to let our hips move here, okay? On your next exhale, I want you to extend your left arm forward, tapping the ground. And on your inhale, bring your left arm in. Stay with the left arm. Exhale, left arm reaches forward, tap. Inhale, left arm comes in. 2 more. Exhale, don't let your left hip lift up. Inhale. Last one. Now from here, exhale, reach the left arm forward. Then rotate into a side plank, reaching the left arm up to the sky. Twisting so the left hip stacks over the right. And pushing down into the right forearm. Now really lift the right side body up to the sky here. Wrap the sides of your waist in, soften the shoulders, and just hold right here for 8, 7, 6. Back to forearm plank in 4, 3, 2. Rotate forearm plank, feet are still wide, thumbs are still together. Take an inhale. As you exhale, extend the right arm forward, tap the ground. Inhale, pull it in. 3 more. Exhale, right arm forward, right hip is not lifting. Inhale in. 2 more times. And in. Last time. Now reach the right arm forward and rotate into your side plank, sweeping the right arm up to the sky. Push down into the left forearm. Lift the left side of the waist up to the sky, stacking the hips. And just breathe here. Really firing up through the obliques. Softening through the face, through the neck. Big breath in. And out. Hold here for 8, 7. We're coming back to our forearm plank in 4, 3, 2. Forearm plank. Now this time walk your feet hips distance and just hold. This is where we finish our warm-up plank series. Push down to the forearms. Push the back of the head to the sky. Inhale. And as you exhale, really lift the belly up to the ceiling. Hold and breathe. 4, 3, 2. Child's pose. Drop the knees down, big toes together, knees wide, and release your seat back toward your heels. Big inhale. And let it go. One more time. Breathe it in. And let it out. Walk yourself up to seated and grab your resistance loop. Swing your legs around in front of you. And we're going to shimmy the loop up around our mid-thighs. So a few inches above your knees here. Once you have your band where you want it, go and extend your legs out in front of you, sitting really tall. Send the arms forward and take a big breath in here. Really reach up through the crown of the head. Now as you exhale, we're going to take a half roll back. So I want you to start with your pelvis. Round your pelvis, scooping the pubic bone up towards the belly button, and then just come halfway back. So you have this rounding through your low spine. Now as you inhale, reverse your way all the way back up to a neutral position. Just like that. It's exhale, round it back, and inhale, lift it up. And up. Now if you want to slow it down, I would love for you to slow it down. As you move here, what I want you to find is that the only part of your spine that is changing shape is your low spine. Right from the rib cage to the crown of the head is staying really long here. The chest is nice and open. So you'll find that this is a really great way to release your low back and to hopefully take a little less tension into your hip flexors for this abdominal series. 2 more times. Lift it up. Last time here, roll it back. Lift it up. Now I want you to roll it halfway back. Hold it. So you're in this J shape in your spine, right? Rib cage up is nice and long. Rib cage down is curving and rounding. Push your sacrum down towards the mat and then point through the feet. Take an inhale. Now as you exhale, you're gonna pull the low belly back and you're gonna float the left leg up, keeping it straight. Inhale, lower it down. Exhale, switch, low belly pulls back, right leg lift, and right leg lower. Keep going like that. Switch, exhale, and down. So I want you to find here that you are working the abdominals first and foremost. So in order to lift the leg, we exhale, we pull the belly back. We're really activating through the deep core. Now, are you going to feel this in your hip flexors and in your quadriceps? Yes, absolutely you are. But I want this first and foremost to be abdominals. And if you find that it's not, maybe take the leg lift out and just focus on holding. 2 more times. Left leg lift, left leg lower. Last time, we're gonna add a little something on. Now, as your left leg lifts, pull the left elbow back, twist. Come back to center. Right elbow lifts, right elbow pulls back. Right arm reaches just like that. Exhale, twist. Inhale, reach. Right arm, right reach. Now continue to breathe and continue to think about first and foremost, belly pulls back. Now we're twisting here from the ribs. So this rotation is not huge. It's the rib cage that twists, not the shoulders. The shoulders are just following what the ribs are doing, okay? Neck is following what the shoulders do. 4 more. 3 more. Just 2 more, you got this. Last one. Now I want you to twist to the left and I want you to hold that twist. Left leg is lifted, little pull, back left elbow, pull, pull, pull. Yes. Keep breathing. 8 more times, go. 8, 6, 4, 3, 2. Inhale back to center. Exhale, switch. Right elbow pulls, the right leg lifts. Little pulse back, right elbow pull and pull. Little twist, little twist. Right leg long. Right quadricep is strong. 8 more, go. 8. Go. 6. Go. 4, 3, 2. Inhale back to center, both legs lower. Take a breath here. As you exhale, scoop your pubic bone up and maybe float the arms higher as you hug the belly back. Now curl your heart up and up and up. You're trying to reach your fingers towards the wall in front of you. Ribs are hugging back and down. A heart is curling towards your toes. You reach it up and up and up. So continue to feel that scooping sensation through the low belly. Drawing your sacrum down into the mat. Feeling the belly hollowing out here. Ribs are knitting in and down. And then we're reaching up and up and up. You're almost there. 16, go. 16, 15. We'll hold it. 12 more, go. 12. Make sure you're breathing. 8, 6, go. 4, 3, 2. Here's your hold. Take a breath in. As you exhale, scoop the pubic bone up and roll a little bit lower. We're going to do that 3 more times. You've got it. Inhale. Exhale, scoop. Get a little bit lower. 2 more times. Breathe it in. Scoop it back. Hold. Last time. Inhale. Exhale, round even lower. Scoop pubic bone up. Push sacrum down. Hug the ribs in and down. Hold 4. Arms higher. 3, 2. Lay all the way back on your back, letting your head rest on the mat. Maybe reach the arms overhead and take a full body stretch here. Just gonna shimmy myself down a little. Inhale. And then as you exhale, bend your knees and let your arms come to rest at your side. Take your feet wide. So your heels come to the edge of your mat and your toes rotate off the edge. This position should feel really familiar. Exact same position you had in your warm-up in your turned out squat, yeah? So heels in, toes out. So inner thighs are pressing out on the band. Already I'm hoping you feel that you have to actively work to push out on the band. That's the number 1 focus, okay? Arms are resting to your side. Take a breath in. As you exhale, push into your heels. Squeeze your glutes and lift up to a bridge position. Inhale, tap the seat down to the mat. Exhale, squeeze and lift, just like that. It's tap and lift, lower and press. So we're coming into a bridge series. We're going to maintain this slight external rotation the whole time. So what you'll notice that means is you have to constantly push out on the band. That is the idea. So this seat work is going to be very intense for the outer glutes and the outer thighs. Push down through your heels every time you lift the hips, and double check that you're not allowing the low back to arch. So we're staying really strong in the core. That's why we just activated it. 4 more. 4, 3, 2. The last one, I want you to hold the up. Keep your right foot as it is. Lift just your left heel off the mat to a low hover. Go back to that full range. Tap and lift. Go tap and lift. So working the right glute and the right hamstring first. As you lift the hips up, push into your right heel. The left foot is just there as a little bit of a stabilizer. We're going to remove it soon. 4 more times, go 4. 3, 2, last time, hold the up. Take a breath in here. As you exhale, push into your right foot and march the left leg up, tabletop. Left toes tap back down. You've got it. Exhale, lift, and inhale, lower. Left thigh bone marches up, lowers down. So you still have that slight external rotation. What you'll notice is you really have to push out on the band with your right thigh. Use your arms to help support you here, softening and pushing them down into the ground 2 more times. And lower it down. Last time here, go left leg lift, left leg lower. Now I want you to lift your left leg and I want you to hold it there. From here, extend your left leg up, pressing it out towards the left. Now pulse out on the band. Little out, little out. Left leg is straight. You're pushing out and out and out. Now try to keep your hips lifted here, driving down into the right heel. Feel how much work your outer right glute has to do to keep your right knee from wobbling. Pushing out on the band. 8 more. Go 8, 6, go 4, 3. Hold the press out. Lift your hips up an inch, up an inch, up an inch. Both thighs push out on the band. Right heel drives into the mat. You've got it. Up and up and up and up. Beautiful. It's not the longest series. You have a hold on deck after 16, 15. It's intense, I know. So breathe and know that you can always bring your left toes back to the mat if you need a little bit more support. 8 more. Go 8. We hold in 6. We hold in 4, 3, 2. Hold the up, push out on the band. Exhale, hug the ribs in. Relax the shoulders. Breathe 4, 3, 2. Keep the hips lifted. Bend the left knee. Bring the left foot back down to the mat. Realign yourself. Heels in, toes out, full range, and lift. Go tap and lift. You've got it. Down and up. Same thing, other side. Flowing right away into the second side. At the end, we'll take a good stretch, I promise. So notice here as you reset yourself, you probably feel imbalanced. I hope you feel imbalanced, right? Your right glute should be much more fatigued than your left. If something felt off on the first side, here's your chance to reset it, okay? You can play with how wide or narrow this left foot is, knowing we're gonna come into left leg work. 3 more times, go 3, 2, last one. Now hold the up. Shift your weight into the left foot and lift your right heel to that low hover position. Pushing it on the band, full range, go tap and lift. It's down and up, you've got it. As you lift the hips up, double check you're not arching into the low back and flaring the rib cage. Ribs stay knitting in and down, and maybe that means your hips don't lift as high. Who cares? I'd much rather hips lower and your low back is safe. Go 4, 3, 2. The last one, hold the up, shift the weight into the left foot, inhale. Exhale, right thigh marches. Right toes lower to the mat. It's exhale up and inhale down. Now here's where you really have to work, pushing out into the band with your left thigh bone. Your arms are pressing down into the mat.
but try not to tense your shoulders up to your ears. I know how challenging this is. So really fight to keep your face and your shoulders soft. 3 more times. Exhale up. Inhale down. 2 more. It's exhale up. It's inhale down. Last time all the way through. Now float the leg up, tabletop, hold it there. Extend the right leg straight, press out on the band. Little press, little out, little out. Now if a straight leg is not happening, you can stay bent here, okay? Keep the hips lifted high. And notice if you're dropping your left hip down. Notice if you're dropping your right hip down. Hips stay square. Press out on the band with both legs. 8, 6, 4, 3, hold the out, just pulse your hips up and up and up. Drive down into the left heel here. Extend the right leg straighter, pulse the hips up and up. We finish with both legs on the mat, both feet on the mat, I should say, not legs. You have 16 and a hold, go 16, 15. Soften your face, breathe. 8 more, 8. We hold in 6, we hold in 4, 3, 2, here's your hold, inhale. Exhale, push out on the band. Relax the ribs. Hold 4, 3, 2, hips stay high, bring the right foot back to the mat. Find the alignment. Heels in, toes out, push out on the band. Stay with me here. Drive down into your heels and flex both toes, both sets of toes, I should say, off the mat. Now drive your heels down. Push out on the band, full range. Tap, lift, down and up. You've got it. Lower and lift. Almost there. Now with both feet down, see if you can relax your upper body a little bit more into the mat. Neck is soft, face is soft, shoulders soft. This should feel a little lighter, a little easier than single leg work. Go 4 more, 3 more, 2 more. Now we're gonna hold the lift, push out on the band. Little out, little out, little out. You've got it. Press and press. Both thighs, press out on the band, go press and press. Push into your heels. Relax the ribs in and down. You're here for 8. Final variation in 6. Almost there, go 4, 3. Hold that press out, pulse your hips. Up an inch, up an inch, up an inch. Maybe reach your arms up to the sky here. Know that this is it for seat work. 16. Final, hold on deck for seat in 12. Could you soften a little bit more in the upper body? Could you push out on the band a little bit more? Go 4, 3, 2. This is it. Heels drive down. Thighs press out. Inhale here. Exhale, squeeze the seat. Lift 1 more inch. 4, 3, 2. Ooh, lower the seat down. Hug the knees into the chest. And just rock gently from side to side. Amazing work on that seat work. From here, take your arms out to a T or a cactus and let your knees fall towards the left. Maybe your left hand comes to help guide your right knee down. A little twist, little release for the outer hip and the outer glute. Big breath in and let it go. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Inhale your knees through center and exhale up and over towards the right. Maybe right hand comes down to help guide your left thigh down. And your left shoulder stays anchored down into the mat. Big breath in and let it go. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Inhale yourself back to center. Keep the band where it is. Rock yourself all the way up to seated. Grab your weights. And we're gonna come all the way up to stand with the band around the thighs and with the weights in hand. Whew, all right. Really simple. We're just gonna do a little arm work. So feet are in parallel, palms are flipping toward me, bicep curl. In and out, you've got it. In and out, so simple, I know. just double check your alignment here for a moment. Soften through the knees. Make sure you have equal weight into the front and the back of your feet, so we're not shifting all of our weight back into our heels here. The crown of the head is lengthening up to the sky, and the abdominals are engaged, maintaining this beautiful neutral spine. Now we're gonna add a little something. Come to center, and then out to a V shape with the bicep curl. So it's center bicep and V bicep, beautiful. So these are really light weights for bicep curls, right? Normally you would do more like 5 or 10 pound weights. Because they are such light weights, I want you to feel more resistance. So really wrap your hands around the weights and try to resist the in and the out. Resist and push. Go pull and press. Go pull and press. 4 more, go 4. 3, 2, now I want you to maintain this V shape. Curl halfway and hold it. Press the arms up to a V and squeeze the elbows down to your side. It's exhale up and inhale down. Now again, you have the press and the pull. Press it up, resist it down. Really squeeze your weights here. Notice if as you lift the arms, your shoulders are shrugging. Try to keep the shoulder blades down the back. 2 more, go lift and squeeze. Last one, go lift and squeeze. Now lift the arms, hold them there, just pulse them 1 inch up, little up, little up, little up. So you have this little V shape in the arms. You have a little bend in the elbows. We're squeezing the weights, and we're now targeting not just the biceps, but because your arms are lifted, you're gonna start to get into the shoulders as well. Now with your arms lifted, notice, you shift your weight back into your heels. Try to keep equal weight between the front and the back of the feet, which may mean you have to shift forward slightly. You have 8 more pulses right here, go. It's 8, 7, 6. You're here for 4, 3. Arms stay lifted, flip the palms toward me, finding 90-degree goalpost position. Squeeze the arms in, pull the elbows down. Press the arms up, fly them open. Faster, go. It's in, down, lift, and open. In, lower, lift, fly. Beautiful. So 90-degree bend in the elbows the entire time. We're just changing the rotation of the upper arm bone in the shoulder socket. As you find this movement, notice how tempting it is to rock in your feet and to flare the ribs. Really challenge yourself to keep the abdominals strong here and keep yourself steady right in the center of the feet. 2 more, go in and down and lift and fly. Last one goes in and down. Hold that fly, extend the arms straight, palms face forward, press the arms back and back and back. Extend the arms even straighter. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. You press them back and back. If at any point it gets too much with the weights, ditch the weights. That's totally fine. 8 more presses. 8, 6, go 4, 3, 2, slowly squeeze the arms in to meet and fly them open. Yes, it's in and fly and fly. Now, if this is your first experience with a bar arm series, yes, it burns. It is lots of little movements, and we are going to constantly be moving. These light weights are going to feel pretty heavy by the end. 2 more. And open. Last time, hold the in, lift, right arm, little right, little left. So the idea behind bar arm work is light weights, high repetition. So even with light weights, you can get quite a burn going, right? 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, the last one right, the last one left. Press the weights together. Bend the elbows and around through the arms. Now from here, find a squat position. Hips go back, knees bend, torso hinges forward. So not a turned out squat, parallel squat, okay? So all 10 toes are pointing forward. From here, fly the arms, squeeze them in. It's fly and squeeze. Now I want you to think back to seat work, how much you had to push out on the band. Same idea here. I want your thighs pressing out on the band so that the band is not making your knees roll in and your feet collapse. Arches are lifted and you're pressing out with the outer thighs. 2 more, fly and squeeze it in. Last one here, go fly And squeeze. Now fly the arms and hold it. Pulse the elbows up. You've got it. Up and up and up. Shoulder blades draw down the back. And squeeze in towards center. 8 more pulses. 8, 6, go 4, 3, 2, slowly squeeze the weights back to center. Now lift your elbows high behind you. So elbow tips lift up to the ceiling. From here, extend the arms straight, tricep kick back. Now stay with me. You're gonna step your left foot out, pushing out into the band. As you do that, bend your elbows, coming back with the elbow tips lifted. Now left foot steps back to center, tricep kick back. Switch, right foot steps wide, push it on the band, bend the elbows, come back to center, arms extend. You've got it, go, it's in and reach. Step out, reach the arms, right foot. Now it's right foot rather. Left foot, there it is. And right foot, arms, bend and reach. Bend and reach. Now thinking to your seat work. It's a little bit of a theme today. Push out on the band. Push out on the band, yes. Press out. And out. 4 more. 4, 3, 2. The last one, hold at center. Arms are straight, you pulse them up and up and up. Now option, drop your hips. Little drop, little drop, little drop, little drop. Palms are facing one another. Arms are as straight as you can get them. Tricep extension, pulsing the hips back and down as you pulse the arms up and up and up and up. You're here for 8, 6, here for 4, 3, 2, stay low, inhale. As you exhale, squeeze the weights in and in and in. We'll take the arms out of the equation. We'll just focus on the legs. After 8 and a hold. Go 6, arms a little longer. 4, 3, 2, here's your hold for arms, inhale. As you exhale, reach the arms even straighter and lift them even higher. The ribs hug in, hold 4, hold 3, hold 2, now don't move, bend the elbows, bring the weights together at the chest, just take the arms out of the equation. Push into the heels and reach your hips back, 2 counts, hips lower down. They lift up just knee height. It's inhale down and exhale up. Yes, you've got it. Reach the hips back. Drive into the heels. Spine is long. Shoulders stack over the knees. 3 more. If you haven't noticed, we're transitioning into thigh work. Last one here. You got it. Inhale down. Now stop right at knee height. Press out on the band and drop your hips down. 16. 15, little pulses down with the hips, go 12. There's no hold. Push out on the band for 8. Get a little bit lower, 6. A little bit lower, 4, 3, 2. Forward fold. Whew. Sit your weights off to the side. Release the head, the neck, and just enjoy a hamstring stretch. Now, if you are a veteran of my classes, you know we're not done with thigh work. We have 2 more sets of thighs, but we will not be using the weights. Take 1 more breath in here, and let it go. Inhale, bend the knees, drive through the heels, slowly roll yourself up 1 vertebrae at a time, and then find a stable surface to put your hand on. A wall, a chair, a counter, whatever is closest, it really doesn't matter. Our last 2 sets of thigh work are right here. Narrow V is where we're gonna start, okay? Heels together, toes about 6 inches apart. Now lift your heels just slightly, not all the way up. Squeeze your heels together, and then send your knees forward. So you make this V shape. Back to the theme we've had today, right? Press out on the band. Now squeeze your heels and lift your heart. Shoulders stay stacked over the hips. We take our hips down 1 inch and up 1 inch. We pulse them down 1 inch and up 1 inch. So starting really slow here. Our thigh work, our last 2 sets of thighs are gonna flow from one to the next without a break in between, okay? But this is where you finish class. On the other side of thigh work is your final feel-good stretch. What I want you to find in this turned out position, it is very, very similar to turned out squat, right? Really very similar alignment with the legs, they're just closer to each other. So instead of pushing our heels down into the mat, I want you to push your heels into one another. As you push your heels into one another, press out on the bands. Feel how much your inner and outer thighs have to work here. Last time, take it down 1 inch. Take it up 1 inch. Now take it down 1 inch, hold it, and just press out on the band. Go a little out, little press, little press. Push your heels together. Now I want to challenge you today, for these last 2 sets of thigh work, to keep your chest lifted. So in upright thigh work, like narrow V, it is so tempting to lean forward. It makes it a lot easier. I want to challenge you not to lean forward, okay? Keep the ears over the shoulders over the hips, and my hips are stacked over my heels. As you fatigue, your shoulders are going to want to fold forward, and your butt's going to want to reach back. That's going to take a lot of the work out of the quads. 8 more, 8, 6, 4, 3. Hold the press out on the band, pulse your hips down, 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 little down. You've got it. Pulse and pulse. Now pull your heels in toward one another and really press down and down. Relax the shoulders, relax the face, and just try to get lower and lower and lower. Things will change. We're coming out of narrow V into our final set of thighs in 8. We'll have a hold. In 4, 3, 2. This is it. Now turn out position today. Squeeze your heels together. Press out on the band, feel the inner thighs fire. Sink a little lower. Hold here for 4, 3, 2. Stand all the way up, lift up as high as you can on your tippy toes. Rotate your legs to parallel so they're hips distance with all 10 toes pointing forward. Now from here, send your knees forward, coming into a parallel position. I did not dive my chest forward, I just sent my knees forward, yeah? From here, still push out on the band and start to take your hips down for 2 and up just a little bit. It's inhale down and exhale up. So parallel position is where we finish. I find this position so challenging and I get really, really shaky in it. So if you find that your quads are giving you that little shake here, I'm with you. I'm not shaking quite yet, but I feel it coming on. The challenge is to keep your heels high and to really keep your shoulders stacked over your hips. So you will notice that your knees are going to go in front of your toes, they're going to go past your toes. It is okay because your heels are lifted. If for any reason this doesn't feel good for you, you can come back to a squat, okay? 2 more, go down and lift. The last one, go down and lift. Now come down halfway and hold it. Take your right foot, step out and pause. Push out on the band. This should feel familiar, you did it in squat. Step your right foot back in under your hip. Now left foot steps out wide, pause, push out on the band. Left foot steps back in, you've got it. Right foot and left foot. Go right foot and left foot. So it's a tiny little step out, tiny little step out. Really, you think about pushing out on the band every time. Your outer glutes, your outer thighs. I'm hoping that you think of me tomorrow. Maybe do some figure 4 stretches tomorrow, right? 2 more, go out and in and out. The last time here, go out and in. Guess what? You hold the in. Continue to push out on the band. Lift your heart, pulse your hips down and down and down. You're almost done with class. Go down and down. As you fatigue, your knees are going to start to roll toward each other. Press them away. Chest stays lifted. Say, yes, I can, because you can. Knowing this is your final variation for this class. You have 16, 15, 14. Your final hold for class is coming up. 8 more pulses here. Go 8. And go 6. Go 4, 3, 2. This is it. This is class. Inhale. Exhale. Send the knees forward. Sink lower. Oh, there's my shake. Quads are shaking. Hold it right here. 4. Get lower. 3. Get lower. 2. Whoo, rise up. Take the band off. You can throw it at your TV. I know you want to throw it at me. Toss it off to the side. And let's find a quadricep stretch, shall we? Catch the right foot in the right hand. Inner thighs squeeze together. Slide your right knee back and draw your pubic bone up. Amazing work today. Parallel is so challenging. I find it never gets easy for me, ever. That's something I love about barre though, to be honest with you. I feel like barre thigh work is so unique, and every other form of exercise that I do, and I do lots of different ones, there's just not quite the same burn as there is in barre thighs. Take a breath in and let it go. Release your foot, switching other side, left foot into your left hand. Squeezing your thighs together, slide your left knee back, and draw your pubic bone up. I'm not sure what it says about me that I really enjoy that, that thigh burn, but I do, I really love it. Not in the moment, but afterward. Take a breath. And let it go. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Release your foot. We're gonna come to a seat down on the mat. Speaking of figure four stretches, with all the outer thigh, outer glute work we did today, let's take a seated figure four. Right ankle crosses over left thigh. Lift your heart up towards the quad, towards the, what's that called, shin. And of course, if this is too intense, you can straighten this bottom left leg out as well. Lift your heart up and soften your shoulders down. You can find stillness, or maybe it feels good to gently rock from side to side here. Big breath in and let it go. Keep this shape in your legs. Just take the legs all the way over to the left so your right foot plants into the ground. Drop your right hip down so it's anchored into the mat. Left arm reaches up on an inhale, and as you exhale, you twist. Only if this feels okay in your body. Right arm reaches behind you, lifting up through the heart. You get a little more release through the outer right glute and the outer right hip, and we get a little twist for the spine. Big breath in, and let it go. Unwind yourself, and we'll switch to the other side. Left ankle over right thigh. Right foot can be in as close or out as far as you need it to be for this to be successful, okay? I have pretty open hips, so I can get my foot in pretty close to my glute. That does not need to be your goal. Maybe you find a little movement here, maybe you want to find stillness. Totally up to you. Let's take one more big breath in and let it go. Let your legs fall to the right. Left foot anchors into the ground. Now drop your left sitting bone so it's anchored into the mat. Right arm reaches high. Exhale, twist. Take the left fingertips back behind you and sit really tall as you rotate through the mid-spine. Big inhale. And let it go. One more time, breathe in. Maybe twist a little deeper as you exhale. And gently unwind yourself. Come to a comfortable cross-legged position, whatever that looks like for you. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. Exhale, let it go. And that is your class for today. Amazing work. I hope you feel really strong. I hope you feel really successful. As always, I hope you'll subscribe to the channel. I am here every Monday with a brand new Barre with Mary class. So what are you waiting for? Join the team, join the party. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you back here on the mat next Monday.